I'm the Gangster Nerd, and I had a great idea. I'm gonna watch the wrestling show so you don't have to, and call it The Sauce, where every match and every promo gets a rating and the show gets a rating. What's the rating? How much cans of sauce? I'm Walt, the most gangster nerd on YouTube, and this is The Sauce for Raw, February 8th. Things kick off with Adam Pearce and AJ Styles in the ring doing an in-ring promo. I'm just gonna save you some time. It won't hit no much. Zero sauce. But that sent us straight into the next match with AJ Styles versus Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy started off strong until he jumps off the rope and lands wrong and hurts his knee. AJ Styles capitalizes on this immediately. The whole match momentum shifts. Jeff tries to make a comeback. AJ hooks in the calf crusher. Jeff tries to fight back, but he can't. He taps out. The match itself was not Ibushi versus Naito, but hey, it was alright. 2 cans of sauce. Alright, then next we got a backstage segment with Keith Lee and Matt Riddle. This is utterly awesome. You got Keith Lee playing the straight man, and you got Matt Riddle being the bro. Keith Lee's concerned for his friend. He's like, dude, are you okay? And Matt Riddle's like, dude, I'm fine. I went home, got toasted, and watched all the Air Bud movies. All of them. Full disclaimer, I did not know there was that many Air Bud movies. Keith Lee then tells his friend Matt, look, you probably should stop going up against Lashley. I can actually beat Lashley, and I can beat you too. Matt Riddle was like, bro. He seemed taken back, but he was like, you know what? May the best man win, dude. So now we got a match. This thing was absolute fire all the way through. I give it 4 cans of salt. Alright, next was good. Adam Pearce and Sheamus. Has anybody noticed that Sheamus is now doing Dum Dum Dugan? Sheamus basically complains that he's got to wrestle in the Elimination Chamber. And Adam Pearce tries to be reasonable with this dude. Sheamus then disses Drew, yells at Pearce, and storms off mad. Not a bad thing. It lets you know Sheamus is mad at McIntyre, but other than that, 1 can of salt. Next we got the New Day versus Retribution. It's a good match starting off. You got the New Day doing all the fast jump around wrestling stuff. You got Retribution doing hardcore power move. Great high spot with Kingston going to the ropes, coming off and taking T-bar and slapstick, I think that's his name, down to the floor. That was good. The entire time you got Mustafa Ali at commentary just steadily running his mouth about the New Day and WWE. I think it works. I like it. There's more solid wrestling pretty much all throughout the match till we get to the finish. New Day hits the daybreak. 1, 2, 3. The rest of Retribution hit the ring, but New Day gets away. Trash talk. Good segment. I give the match 3 cans of salt. Then next, my inspiration, Ric Flair comes out to the ring with Lacey Evans to cut a promo on his daughter Charlotte. They've got a program going, and it is wonderful. Ric Flair starts off like, what's everybody's problem? Yes, I'm great. I know my daughter's great. I'm gonna start teaching Lacey how to be great. Y'all can get over. In this promo, Ric Flair is absolutely on point. It is Nature Boy from back in the day. He's got the hot Lacey with him. It's just perfect. Lacey gets on the mic. She starts talking about how it's not some kind of weird thing, that she actually respects Ric Flair, and his daughter doesn't. Boom. The Omni Flair's music hits. The Omni Flair is Charlotte Flair, by the way. Here she comes down the aisle. Charlotte grabs the mic, immediately cuts Lacey to pieces, and then looks at Ric Flair like, why, Dad? Why? We get more trash talk, and then Charlotte Flair's like, you know, we can do this right here, right now. Lacey Evans hits with the cheap shot and accepts. We got a match. Overall, I give this segment 3 cans of sauce. That leads us into Lacey Evans versus Charlotte Flair. I'm excited. I love Charlotte Flair's wrestling. It's a great start. We got some good back and forth, hand to hand. Lacey coming at Charlotte every which way but Sunday, but she just can't get the better of her. At one point, Lacey even goes outside, uses Ric Flair as defense because Charlotte won't hit her dad. That makes sense. Lacey keeps the upper hand in the match, but then Charlotte just keeps putting her back down. That's why I love it. Finally, there's a point where Charlotte just says, okay, I can't do this anymore. And she just pummels poor Lacey down. She just in the corner. The ref gets involved. Charlotte hits the ref. Automatic DQ. Because of this, Lacey now gets to face Asuka next week because she's the #1 contender. This was brilliant storytelling, a great match. Ric Flair. All in all, I'm going to have to give this 4 cans of sauce. That leads to Edge's in-ring promo. He comes out, I love the crowd pop because there's no crowd. Edge says he won the Rumble and he's got to figure out who he's going to face at WrestleMania. I agree. I've seen him on NXT and Raw now and I can't wait to find out what he's going to do. And then The Miz interrupts him, coming to the ring with Morrison and Angel Garza. The Miz, credit here, he tries, but he just gets outclassed by Edge on the mic. You talking about one of the funniest. Everything he does reeks of awesome. Pretty much after lyrically handing The Miz his rear end, he drops the mic and walks off. It's great. To keep it brief and to be realistic with you, I'm going to give this 3 cans of sauce. Up next, we got Angel Garza versus Damian Priest. I was excited. I love me some Damian Priest. With Bad Bunny in Damian Priest's corner. Who is Bad Bunny? I know that might make me look ignorant, but you know, I don't know who that is. Why should I be invested? This match starts off basically the way you think it would. You got Damian Priest just hammering down on Angel Garza. Shenanigans happen. And Miz hits Damian when he's not looking, and this lets Angel Garza get a little heat in. Unfortunately, though, it only makes him angry, which is, like, stupid. There's more shenanigans from Miz and Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny actually grabs the Money in the Bank briefcase, tricks Miz and Morrison into making a nuisance of themselves in the ring, and gets them kicked out. It's good. It's, you know, shows strategy. I liked it. Garza makes a mistake of taking his eyes off his opponent. Priest gets him with the reckoning. 1, 2, 3. Priest wins. Was there a thought in your mind about it? It won't bad. All in all, I give this match 2.5 cans of sauce. Alright, I actually love this. Next, we got Drew McIntyre's promo. And it was fire. Drew McIntyre is asked, what do you think of Sheamus's remark? McIntyre is like, Sheamus must have his reasons. I have my own theories. Have you noticed he dresses like Dum Dum Dugan? Okay, he didn't say that one, but he should have. Drew McIntyre's like, there was no reason to end our 20-year friendship. If you wanted a shot at the title, you could have just asked me, homie. But now, hell with it. I'm gonna tear his head off. This was perfection in a promo. 5 cans of sauce. Next we got Matt Riddle versus Keith Lee. This was my favorite match of the night. Also with MVP on commentary. This match starts off great. Riddle's trying to wrestle with Keith Lee, and Keith Lee's just throwing him everywhere. It's wonderful. Riddle would come in, shoot a single leg, and Lee would just pick him up and throw him across the ring. It happened multiple times, and I loved it. Then Riddle switches tactics. He's like, you know what? I can't wrestle you, so I'll fight you. And he starts throwing mad strikes. That actually works until Keith Lee tackles him across the ring. He goes flying. Then you got a spot where Keith Lee shows some mad strength and he throws Matt Riddle into the corner hard. Matt Riddle tries to throw strikes, but Keith Lee just keeps pounding him back. We have super back and forth with Matt Riddle coming off the top rope, doing multiple brotons on him, everything he can, and it's just not good enough. He can't hold Keith Lee down. Matt Riddle hits him with that final flash kick he does, and Keith Lee just eats it. This leads to the next thing, Spirit Bomb, 1, 2, 3, Matt Riddle, good try buddy, but you just can't handle Keith Lee. At the end of it again though, Keith Lee helps his friend up, brush him off. They're like, we're friends, good sportsmanship. Bobby Lashley attacks out of nowhere. I don't know about you, but I am loving this bad guy Bobby Lashley that's just a vicious monster. He comes in, big slam on Keith Lee. He puts that hurt lock on Matt Riddle, just then it goes outside and he picks up the steel steps and he just nails Keith Lee with them. Ugly. The whole thing is just made better with MVP's commentary. The greatest character reinvent, at least that I know of. All in all, everything has a purpose, and this can has 4 cans of sauce in my opinion. Plus it sets up for that 3-way dance next week. Lashley, Keith Lee, Matt Riddle. Bro, I can't wait to see it happen. Now we got one of the best talkers still around today, Randy Orton's backstage promo. He starts off with his low monotone voice sounding very correct and starts talking about unfinished business. I've beat you before, you've beat me before. We gotta fight this Sunday in Elimination Chamber, but I'm gonna be the winner that day. He goes on about how he's done horrible things, and yeah, he mentions The Fiend. That's really what I remember off the top of my head. But I always win. Watch your back, Drew, I'm coming. It was short, it was specific, to the point, I loved it. 3 cans of sauce. We got Nia Jax versus Lana in a table match. If you've been watching Raw, Kinda overseeing Lana go through a table. I even wrote in my notes, wonder what's gonna happen. Well, WWE was nice enough to give me a refresher and tell me that she's done been put through a table 9 times. 9. The match starts. Shayna Basler's with Nia Jax. She got Naomi with Lana. It's a wonderful thing. It starts off with Nia Jax pounding Lana into the ground. There's not a lot. Lana's trying. She's crying. She's obviously scared. And then it happened. Out of nowhere, Nia Jax gets put through a table like it almost wasn't supposed to happen. I was surprised. Then Shayna Basler tries to attack, but Naomi fights her off, and I was loving it. All in all, can't complain. This match, 3 cans of sauce. That takes us straight to Naomi versus Shayna Basler. It's a good start. It's a good hard fight between the two. Then Shayna starts working the arm. It's getting kind of brutal, getting kind of mean. Shayna locks in the clutch. She's got her. But then Naomi is able to get to the rope. Basler then, for no reason, or at least one I can't think of, decides, you know what I'll do? I'll go beat up Lana. Brilliant. After going out and beating on Lana for a moment, she comes back in, and then the most devastating move in wrestling, the surprise roll-up. Naomi gets the surprise roll-up. 1, 2, 3. What an upset. I was loving it. I hope you were. It seemed an impromptu. It seemed like a reaction to what just happened, but it was still a fun match to watch. I give it 2 cans of sauce. Now we got the main event. I gotta tell you, I love this match. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. And it's a hot start. When they tie up, it's a hard struggle. They can't really... What was good is they had you guessing. Randy goes for the RKO out of nowhere. Then Drew McIntyre goes for the Claymore kick out of nowhere. As it gets going good, Dum Dum Dugan comes running down to the ring. I mean Sheamus. This does distract Drew, and Randy Orton capitalizes. He does major damage. He's got him outside. He's bouncing stuff off of him. Orton has control for a while, but Drew makes the comeback. Drew's going for it. He's throwing everything. There's near falls. 1, 2, shoulder up. Drew goes up to the top rope, but Orton scouts him and gets to him. They climb up. You see Randy Orton with the huge superplex off the top rope. I was like, whoa. Cover, another near fall. I'm like, oh, this is good. I love the crowd noise in this match, by the way. I know there's no crowd there. I know the flat screens can't really cheer. I wish they could. Orton's got him up for the elevated DDT. Drops him down. 1, 2, near fall. Gets up. Orton goes for the RKO. Drew had it scouted. Counters it into the future shock DDT. Because we can't talk about Dean Ambrose. We're setting up for it. Drew is getting ready to go for the Claymore kick. Out of nowhere. Boom, bro kick. But Drew sidestepped it and it catches Randy Orton right on the jaw. Drew being the man, then immediately nails the Claymore kick on Sheamus. You should have seen it. It was awesome. Drew McIntyre looking like a total beast. Sorry, you had to see that. It was necessary. This match was absolutely awesome. Great main event. 5 cans of sauce. So, in conclusion, I'm gonna say Raw last night was absolute fire. I don't know why everybody hates it. Maybe if we keep trying like this, Raw will come back. But that's just an opinion. The episode itself, I'm gonna give it a rock solid 3 cans of sauce. So hey, I really appreciate you watching. It means a lot to me. I'm really trying to make this work. I'm Walt, the most gangster nerd on YouTube. Give me a like, give me a subscribe, tell me something you want in the comments, and I'll be seeing you soon enough.